My name's Laurel Papworth, and what I thought I'd do today is go through pixel retargeting and maybe talk to you a little bit about what it is and the fact that it's coming to an end. So all that stalking on the internet, it's in shot, is going to finish, I guess. So this is my second live stream, my first real one, because yesterday was a test, and that means, of course, I'm going to be crap, but that's okay. All right, so let me screen share this and I'll explain what's going on. Okay. Let's see first what pixel retargeting is. It's the old term was cookies. Cookies is sort of part of it. And as long as you can see my screen, then hopefully you can tell this is my website. And what I've done is I've added 2 pixel cookies to my website for the purposes of training. So in my browser, you can see that I've got the Facebook pixel. And that means if somebody comes to my website and they've been logged into Facebook in the last 90 days or something on their device, then it will track them on what they do on my website. It's kind of a, interesting area for me, because what do companies know about us, effectively, I guess. The first thing that I'll show you is in the ads manager area, in the events manager for the pixel. I've chosen to track 3 things on my website. When people view a particular page, I can track it. So if I was selling clothes, I could say track people who are looking at shorts or t-shirts or sweaters or something, and I can choose pages to track. Initiate checkout means that the people started the checkout, and then I can put provisos on that I want to track them if they got to the thank you page, which meant that they purchased or not. And then lead is the lead generation. Did they fill in a form? Did they give me their email address? And, all that kind of stuff. So that's what pixel targeting is. It's when you go to somebody's website and you click on one of their products or their services, these pixels are tracking you. On Facebook, I can target leads and different things. I don't want to spend too long on how to do that because it's going away. So I need to explain that to you in a moment as well. But on LinkedIn, for instance, when I add the LinkedIn pixel or cookie to my website, then I can see the job title that someone had because they were logged into LinkedIn on that device or a similar connection in the last 90 days. And is it 90 days? I need to check that. It's the problem with live, is that I can make notes and then say something outrageous and realise I'm not sure if that was right, but I'm pretty sure it's 90 days. And I can check their job title, but I can also see the companies, what companies have visited my website in the last whatever period of time. So that's what pixels do on the website, the cookies do. They're tracking everything that you do on your website. I call them dog poo. If you've ever walked in dog poo and then walked around the house without realizing it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You turn around and look behind you and you can see every single step that you've made, whether you put something in a shopping cart or shopping basket or whatever. So this is being stopped. To what level it's being stopped and what level it's being hidden, I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of what Facebook says that they've removed, they've actually hidden, and I would imagine that Google will probably do the same, but we'll get to that in a moment. Apple has updated Safari to remove this third-party cookie blocking, pixel blocking. Cookies are not pixels, but they're very closely related on how they work. So I'm sort of taking the assumption that people are swapping the two around. If you want more techie information on how Apple is blocking these cookies, you can go to WebKit and have a look at the full third-party cookie thing, I guess. And it says here it paves the way for other browsers. So Firefox has already been blocking this. There are other browsers that are very have strong security, like the Tor browser, and they've, I think, pretty well always blocked it, Firefox and Tor, and now Safari is. And then Google is slow to the party. And the reason why Google's slow is because they make a lot of their advertising money from remarketing pixels. You know, I can advertise if somebody came to my website and didn't finish a purchase, then please send them an ad, a Google ad. So it's not just Facebook ads and LinkedIn ads, but Google ads as well. However, Google has now announced that they are turning off these third-party cookies in the Chrome browser. I really wanted to bring this to your attention because there's been a big flood lately of social media advertising strategists who are pushing remarketing, retargeting courses, pixel courses, and also services in the area. And I think they're doing it because they know there's about a year left. I think it's 18 months. I'm wondering whether what will happen is the cookies will get buried and they kind of get a little bit hidden, so you're not actually saying, I want to track this pixel. So, for instance, when I'm on the Facebook pixel and I create an ad, I can say I want to create an ad of people who visited XYZ web page on my website. I want only to talk to that audience and tell them there's an update or an upgrade or an upsell. Or I want to take that audience and create a lookalike audience. I don't know if you can see on my screen, but I've got a lookalike audience here. I'm not 100% sure how to zoom in on these. Something else to learn when you're live streaming. But the custom audience is like saving the audience that went to that web page, and then the lookalike audience is finding strangers that didn't visit the web page but look like, are twins to the people that did. So as Google kills off pixels or the tracking of pixels, and as these services start to hide them deeper in their ad management, it's going to be an interesting shift for advertisers because, you know, the big fast-moving consumer goods companies, the big furniture companies, they track pixels across their whole website, and that's why when you get to Facebook or you see a Google ad or you're on LinkedIn, you get an ad for a product you've looked at before, it's because of this pixel retargeting. I did look at the Privacy Commission for Australia, and they just tell you that it's up to you to turn off cookie tracking and opt out if you can. It's not always possible, but now with the browsers stepping up, it's going to make it much harder for the end platform. So when Chrome and Safari and Firefox have finished with pixel retargeting, that should mean that the I lost focus there for a moment. I'm looking at my sound meters. It's very hard to multitask when it's not one of your core skills. But basically, Safari, Chrome, Firefox, etc. are killing pixels, killing cookies, which means that Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google ads, eBay ads, Amazon ads will no longer be able to track you across sites and keep serving up stuff that you've either already bought or already looked at and discounted and are no longer interested in. So they'll find other ways of stalking us, but I thought you might find that one interesting. Thank you very much. If you want to follow me online, that's great. But if you found this video useful, I would actually really like you to share it to someone that you think needs to know that this pixel retargeting is going away next year. Thank you again for your time, and I hope this live broadcast went better. It's only episode number 1 or number 2, so there you go. Thank you, and yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks.